What are you doing?
I'm gonna loosen 4 screws on this.
Barret and I are trying to launch a rocket to the moon. And we're setting up the Anycubic Photon M3 Max. Look at the print size on that, Barret. This right here, this is the print bed. So the sign for your studio can be that big.
That's cool, Dad. Yeah,
That's something
really neat. Yeah.
Not quite that, you know, it's got a margin around it, but still pretty, a lot bigger than the other 3D printer I have, which was like 6 inches.
Yeah, that's it.
This is the little resin tray. I don't know if I got that on there right or not. I need to look at it. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. Thought it was going to be raining today. It was supposed to. Weatherman screwed up, so Barret and I planned on putting the printer together. We got to clean off this table. This is supposed to be the 3D printer table, but it still has a box full of tools. And we got to clean off this table. I don't know, man. Living in a tiny house is kind of rough. You gotta prioritize space. That's what I was telling Barret on the way over here. You gotta, between a paper printer, we were talking about printers for printing, documents, and this, I chose this. I'm sorry, world. Sorry, document lovers. So Barret's navigating the instructions. So now we're supposed to put our print head on. One-handed.
Right. Oh, you gotta loosen that thing.
Yeah.
There we go.
Now,
It's supposed to be flush or what?
yeah, I imagine it is. What next? We gotta get to the countdown phase. Do you tighten it back? Imagine you have to. You couldn't calibrate it without tightening it down a little bit.
But it says place the leveling paper on the curing screen, then click home on the touch screen.
I think you're supposed to, yeah, the only way, because that thing would be bobbing up and down if you didn't tighten that down.
No, because it says to do that before you tighten the 4 screws.
No, this is the, okay, look, there's the 4 screws are right here. This is the mounting screw.
Oh yeah, I guess you tighten that. Yeah, you tighten that.
So what it's going to do, is it's going to drop this down on the paper, and then we tighten those.
Yep.
And that calibrates this to the bed. I'm getting it, man. I got a little experience with 3D printers. Let's see.
So you tap the home. You hit the home button.
That's the little house, right?
Yeah.
Watch it crush it. All right, Barret, we got her tight. What now?
Then you go to the Z equals 0. Zero it in. Hit enter.
Well, that's weird. That's not very responsive.
Then the platform will do its thing, and you take out the paper after it's done.
Wow. That makes a cool sound, doesn't it? And then what? Put the bed in, the tray in.
Let's see. Raised printing platform and curing screen can be observed completely. Return to tools menu. Click detection.
Detection's probably for the tray. Here, hold.
Yeah.
Let's see. This isn't too bad, Barret. Remember when I had to put the solid doodle together? And the X carve?
I remember the X carve, yeah.
Oh my God. It took us, a month of
That was crazy.
afternoons in the office. They literally, X carve gave it to me, and I was appreciative, but there was a catch.
Put it together.
Every little part was individual. Nothing literally. All the rails, all the little motor mounts, all the motors are in individual boxes. And
It
anyway,
was neat though.
it was cool. Ended up not having the room for it in the office, and I sold it. So, what next?
The case.
What about this end?
You put the case on, and then you put that little feeder dude in there.
I know, but right here the menu's weird. Okay.
I don't know.
All right. So, you want to leave the protective paper on there, or leave it, or take it off?
I don't know. sure what you want to do.
Let's leave it on for now. That's a good idea. I like that idea.
It doesn't really show you how to do it. It just says put it on there. Oh yeah, I see. There's a little. That's what these little back sets are.
I hope it doesn't just sit on there, because that doesn't look very secure, does it?
There. And then the other one connects to this one.
I know, but you're always having to take the front off. So that's kind of precarious. You should. Let me read the directions. That looks cracked, but it's really the plastic film
Yeah.
that's on there. We're going to leave the film on there because I like the extra UV protection. Do we need to turn it around for the other end?
Yeah, I gotta turn it.
All right, Barret, screw her in there. She had a little stink to her, didn't she?
Doesn't it? I feel like that's. Why does that feel weird? Let's see. Oh, wow.
Right, the first issue Barret and I have run into is the threads. Something is weird about this brand or this bottle. I ordered this at the same time, so I don't know what the deal is. I'm gonna have to check my order, but I think what we're going to do is tape this on there, because you can't get it started. It won't thread on there. So I don't know what the deal is. I didn't think I was going to use painter's tape on my 3D printer, but this wouldn't screw on there. I'm going to have to check this brand. What are the other brand? What's the, you know what it is, Barret? That little, you know what it is? See that box right there? That's probably the type of resin bottle that fits this cap, but I bought this. This kind of stuff's kind of expensive, so I'm just gonna use this up, and then I'll have be a lesson learned. So yeah, Barret, look, this is the Anycubic bottle. Look, it's a little bit smaller. So they made their stinking threads on that thing proprietary to their bottles. So keep that in mind if you're gonna buy a cheaper resin like I did. So there's our fill tube and our air tube. Okay, comes around, goes in there, hooks up.
Next, we do some more stuff with
It's a little gauge that tells you whether it's filled up or not. Oh look, Barret, look what we forgot to do. That would have been a tragedy.
that's supposed to come off.
Yeah, it wouldn't have stuck on there.
Huh.
Yeah, that's where the resin, see, it prints upside down. Do what?
You click that little faucet-looking sign, and then it says it will feed automatically if resin in the vat is insufficient during printing.
Yeah, well, I don't want to fill the vat right now. I don't even have the prints ready to go, and I don't want to smell this stinky stuff until I get ready to print. Right now we've got the bottle taped up, and there's no real smell of resin. So
Red light indicates the resin is not detected on needles.
I think it's testing this too.
well, this thing, Barret, this little gauge thing, feeler thing right here, tells it whether there's resin in there or not. So if you turn this on, it's going to sense no resin, and it's going to fill it, and then I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to rush and do a print. I feel like I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
But
The next step after that is to print. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to. Let's put the cover on it, on the front of it, and then we'll show it finished.
Okay.
If we leave the plastic on, will it give you extra UV protection? So Barret, do we want to do this? I got to get the washer, the cleaner out.
What is that? I don't even know what
This washes the prints.
Oh. Huh.
And I guess it helps cure them. I don't know. I've never used the resin.
Huh.
printer before. All I know is I got to clean off that space and clean off. We're trying to get this to where this is the project center. This is the project center. We're gonna have shelves up here. I was waiting to get this up to see where the shelves, how high they were gonna have to go, and all that kind of stuff. So, Barret and I are getting organized. We got the tool table going. We got a spot cleaned off for the washer. What do we call this thing? I need to read the instructions to see what they call it. But we're trying to get cleaned up so we can have a place to work in here. What?
I still have no clue how this works.
Well, what happens is there's a resin in the tray, right? You see the print bed. It's upside down from a regular printer. That print bed goes down, makes contact with the resin, and then your print job tells it the ultraviolet lights and with the resolution on the screen tells it how to cure each layer, right? So as this comes out, you'll see your print start to form on the bottom of it.
Huh.
And it only cures, sets up or whatever, where the ultraviolet light makes contact based on the resolution of that screen that underneath the bed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So anyway, we're getting this out. Take that piece of styrofoam out there, Barret. Let's see what's under it. More styrofoam. Oh, there's. We think.
It's neat, Dad.
Neat little workstation. Still got to clean all this mess up. But this will be our hobby corner. So.
I'll take it.